Welcome to this overview of the RealTime CEO software, a powerful leadership tool that's designed to help you better understand your business, drive strategic, operational and numeric conversations through your leadership team, better define and validate decisions that are going to help you to create value and mitigate risk in your business, and to provide business assumption forecasting that helps you look into the future. The first thing that you see when you come into the software is the landing page that presents the RealTime CEO leadership agenda, which is fundamentally 4 components. 3W accountability, defining actions by what, when and who. Sun communication, which encourages the leadership team to challenge how the strategic landscape is changing, how appropriate our operational response to those changes are, and then using numbers to determine how effective our operational response was. We then look at numbers historically first in agenda item 3, and then we challenge future numbers by using a process called business assumption forecasting. Let's take a look at 3W accountability first. I am a big fan of starting leadership meetings by making sure that we did what we said we were going to do last month before we start having other conversations. What did we say we were going to do? Who was responsible? And when were they due to do it? And has it been done by that date? Sun communication is a module that houses the key elements of discussion about how our strategic landscape is changing, and we challenge what's changing in terms of our demand landscape, and we challenge what's changing in terms of our supply landscape. Once we have true context of what's happening around and ahead of our business, it's time to look at the numbers. The raw data that RealTime CEO uses to do these calculations is stock standard financial income statement and balance sheet data from your general ledger, and that is imported electronically and then presents in the dashboard. The dashboard is a powerful single report that is easy to understand. Numbers are presented in a 12-month rolling manner, and the dashboard houses the 6 key numbers that tell you everything you need to know about your business. At the top of the dashboard, we see components of the operational income statement coming together with components of the operational balance sheet to tell us our operational cash position. Operational cash flow is one of the 2 primary measures to indicate the health of the business. In the next box, we are looking at the business's profitability, the business's leverage, and those 2 components come together to tell us the return that the business is generating. Return on operations is the other primary measure that indicates health of business. And then below that, it gives us insight to how well we're doing in the area of our 2 most significant spends, those of salaries and raw materials. Behind the dashboard, we then have trend analysis. Trend analysis that tells us about our top line revenue, trend analysis that tells us about our profitability, and all of the different components that influence our profitability. Trend analysis that tells us about our cash flow, which is plotted against our profitability to see how effectively we convert profit into cash. We also track absolute cash flow generation and cash and debt levels. We also have trend analysis on the leverage rating and all of the elements that impact the leverage rating. Trend analysis on our return, that is of course bringing together our profitability and leverage rating. The software also on a monthly basis calculates sensitivity analysis, which is telling the leadership team what a 1% change to each lever in isolation would do to the business's return, cash flow and profit. 2 other modules that I would like to draw your attention to. The first is the crystal ball. The crystal ball is an incredibly powerful tool that is designed to validate decisions for us, to tell us what would happen to our business if our levers were changed. And we can change 1 or up to 8 levers, and it will determine the impact in real time as these levers get changed. And what we have done is to connect the word should we and can we to our 2 primary measures of return and cash flow to determine whether this decision is going to make our business stronger. The last module which I would like to highlight is the forecasting module. where we use a process called business assumption forecasting. You can modify your forecast assumptions and it will build the forecast for you, and that forecast then feeds straight back into the dashboard and the trend graphs. RealTime CEO is easy to use, it's easy to understand, it will improve the financial literacy of your leadership team. It will result in better conversations, better decisions, and therefore better actions that will create value and mitigate risk, and will result in your business being worth more tomorrow than it was yesterday. That is the RealTime CEO objective.